know that Donald Trump will fail us.
Right.
That America will fail us.
Right.
But guess who will not fail us? Our God.
That's right.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians. Our God will not fail us. Right now, we are failing our God.
Right.
That's why we're in the condition that we're in. We're failing our God. Why? Because we're serving the oppressor. We're following his ways. But what does the Bible say?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Trust in God with all thy heart. You need to get into ISUPK and learn what that means. And learn how to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Go ahead.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And what?
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
And don't lean to your own understanding. Stop thinking you know what's right. Stop thinking you know how to make things happen. You don't know. We do not know. If we knew, we wouldn't be in the condition that we're in.
Right.
We wouldn't be in this condition if we understood how to move forward in life. We think following the ways of other nations, of Italians, Africans, the white man, we think if we do what he did to rise to the top, which is through committing crimes, being a sinner,
right,
that we can also do that and be successful. But we don't understand that will not be possible because we're a holy people to our God.
Right.
And the only way that we can rise and become strong and mighty is through serving our God.
That's right.
That's how we can lead to our own understanding. You understand? Now let me get Matthew 4:3. And our King understood that. Christ understood that. He gave us the example how to stand with the Most High. And I'm going to show you that in the Bible. You understand? This is who we need to follow. This is how we're going to get protection from ICE. How we're going to get protection from being shot by the oppressor. You understand? How we're going to get protection from our kids being put in detention centers by ICE. This is how it's going to be done. Read.
The book of Matthew chapter 4 verse 3. And when the tempter came to him.
And what?
And when the tempter came to him.
It's talking about Satan. Satan came to Christ to tempt him, to convince him to sin, meaning to go against God's word. And that's happening to you every day, so-called black, Hispanic, and North American Indian man. You're being tempted every day through technology, through your phone, through your TV, through other nations. You're being tempted in your mind by Satan to go against God. Go ahead.
And when the tempter came to him, so he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
Satan told Christ, if you be the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. Why did he tell Christ that? Because Christ was fasting. And Satan wanted him to sin. He wanted him to break his fast. He wanted him to go against God. We gotta be like Christ. We can't listen to the thoughts in our mind that lead us against our God.
Right.
Because if we allow Satan in our mind, then our actions will go against God.
Right.
You understand? And Christ knew that. And that's what we don't know. Keep reading.
Verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Verse 5, then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. And we'll come, verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
And what did Christ respond? Christ responded with the precepts in the Bible.
Right.
That's how Christ fought Satan. And that's what we need to do. We need to fight the temptation that America puts in our face with the scriptures.
Right.
With the Bible.
That's right.
That's how we're going to gain protection from the oppressor. You understand? That's how it's going to be done. Christ told Satan, look, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to sin against God. You know what? I'm going to remember these precepts.
Right.
And Christ quoted, what did Christ quote? He quoted when we were in the wilderness. This is why you got to get into ISUPK and learn this Bible. So you can learn the spiritual things that will give you strength to stand against temptation in this earth. To stand against becoming weak when they take away your snaps. Because now brothers want to rob each other and commit crimes. But when you have the Bible in your mind and you learn this Bible, you're gonna be able to stand strong with the Lord, man.
Right.
You understand? Christ said, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of God.
That's right.
Why is he saying that? Because that's what Moses told us when we were in the wilderness, in the desert with no food. And we were complaining about how are we gonna eat. Moses, you took us out of Egypt, now we're in the wilderness with no food. Right after God just split the Red Sea for us. You see that? And what did God do? He made it rain food. God made food come from the sky that no one has ever seen on earth.
Right.
Something that does not exist in earth, he created it, and we had bread every morning. We had quail every evening. God was feeding us in that desert.
That's right.
And that's why Christ said, I don't need to turn this stone into bread. Because I know that I don't live by bread alone, but by every word of God.
That's right.
You understand? We don't need the U.S. government. We don't need Donald Trump. We don't need this place. It can be fearful to think to not have America to rely on. How are we going to eat? How are we going to drink water? How are we going to sustain ourselves? That's why we got to read the Bible. So we can get strong in faith, man.
That's right.
You understand? If God fed us in the wilderness, guess what? He can fix the problems we face today.
That's right.
He can fix ice. He can stop ice. He can stop your worrying about you not getting food stamps.
Right.
God will feed you in another way. But guess what? We got to put our trust in God. We got to put our trust in him and show him that we trust him. Show him that we're ready to stand with him. Even when things get tough, even when things get hard, he's going to see like, okay, they're really standing on business with me.
Right.
Let me go down there and help out. But right now, we're not doing that. We don't want to stop smoking a cigarette. We don't want to stop smoking the weed.
Right.
We don't want to stop being prostitutes. We don't want to stop gang banging. We don't want to stop selling drugs. Why? Because you're scared.
Right.
You have fear. But guess what? In the ISUPK, we'll show you how to overcome fear.
That's right.
We'll show you how to stand like a man, man.
Right.
You understand? Now let me get, let's go to Ecclesiastes 2 and 6. You understand? Ecclesiastes 2 and 6. Because the Bible will show us the way. The Bible will show us how to stand with the Most High. Like I said, the Bible has the proof that if we stand with the Lord, we will be given protection. God will protect us. You got that? Go ahead and read that.
God, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee.
Do what?
Believe in him, and he will help thee.
Believe in who?
In him.
In the Most High God.
Right.
How do you show God that you believe in him? By obeying him.
Right.
You understand? Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. God said not to celebrate the ways of the heathen.
That's right.
Don't follow the way of the heathen. So if you go and celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving, you don't believe in the Most High, so why should the Most High help you? Why should the Most High stop ice from coming knocking on your door?
Right.
You want ice to stop, right? You want the police brutality to stop, right? Well, then serve God then. Obey God. It's better to fall into the hands of God than the hands of men.
That's right.
Because we see what men do. We see the cruelty of men. Guess what? God's judgment is merciful. You understand? Go ahead.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright.
Order our way aright. In the ISUPK, we will show you how to order your way aright. Black, Hispanic, and North American Indian man. We'll show you how to obey God and live by the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
And what?
And trust in him.
And trust in the Most High. When hard times come, don't fold. When times get difficult, Don't go back into the world. Don't go back and say, man, I don't need, man, how is me not eating pork? How is me not eating shrimp? How is me letting go of weed and obeying God gonna help me with my hunger? See, that's a carnal mind. You gotta learn how to become a man of God, man. And that's done not in the Christian church, not in the Catholic church. It's done in the Israelite school, UPK.
Right. And it's time for us to repent. It's time for us to change our life. It's time for us to come back to the Bible so God can destroy ICE. So God can destroy America. So God can burn the American flag. So God can burn this country to the floor, man. Because that's where this country belongs. This country belongs on the floor. This country deserves to burn in ashes. This country is going to be judged by God. That's right. Because of the sins they have committed. Because of the oppression they have done to Latinos. Because of the oppression they have done to blacks. You can be in Phoenix, Arizona right now. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your drink. Enjoy your day off. Because soon, all of this is coming to an end. There's going to be a time where you ain't going to have these DJs right here. There's going to be a time where you ain't going to be out here having fun. That's right. Listen, I come from LA. I come from Pasadena, California. And we have a street just like this, where you party, where you drink, where you have fun. And it was all fun and games until the fire broke out. Until the fire hit the streets. Until ashes came. Until God came, man. And that's what's going to happen in Phoenix, Arizona. That's right. In Phoenix, Arizona, all of this is going to be shut down. Because God is going to shut it down. God is going to shut down ICE. God is going to shut down Donald Trump. God is going to shut down white supremacy, man. Why? For Latinos, for the Mexicans, for the Central Americans. That's why God is going to shut this down. And we're going to read it in the Bible. Let's go.
Book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
God's eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. What is that sinful kingdom? America. America is that sinful kingdom. Why? Because they put our people in slavery. Why? Because they put Mexicans inside cages. Why? Because they're deporting our people. Listen, there should be no Mexican being deported right now. You know who should be deported? White people should be deported. To the Caucasus Mountains. That's right. That's where they should go. Because this land belongs to the Mexicans. California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas belongs to the Mexicans. The only reason why the U.S. government has this land
Nosotros somos escuela israelita, conocimiento práctico, sal.
Power of manifest destiny. It can only be understood as an act of destruction.
Somos tu verdadera familia. Deja de seguir la costumbre de nuestros opresores y toda otra maldita nación. Tú eres Israel. Nosotros somos la escuela israelita de conocimiento práctico universal. Órale.
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
Shalom, Lucas. I hear you.
Hey, shalom. I don't want you ever ship with the. Hey, shalom. Hey, shalom, Israel. Kibule Rasa right here. Another, we're actually doing it on Wednesday, Arwan. We're actually doing it on Wednesday to get back to where it's to where it started, man. But what's going down, y'all? Y'all tuning into the Inconvenient Truth. You know what I mean? What do we call it, sir? A podcast, a radio show, a class. Where we talk about topics pertaining to the Rasa issue, Rasa solutions, Rasa topics. If y'all got any questions or comments, y'all more than welcome to type them in the chat. We'll address them as, what we can't do is someone, we'll find who does have the answer, But of course, right here, and Lord, man, we'll be going live a lot more often. But, of course, it's always an honor, a pleasure with me. Of course, I got my brothers, my carnales, the Adawanium Waakium right here, and first, let's do it in order. We got Mighty Priest and Officer of 5,000, Officer Lahav.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Y'all about you to thumb.
So, like you sir, let me make this right. Let me see this. We got the soundboard on the StreamYard now, so of course gotta throw the applause up in there. Of course, I got with me Mighty Priest and Officer 1,000, the Carnal Officer Kamada. What's going down, Carnal? I myself am Priest and Officer 1,000 Malakma. We're reporting live out of Southern California, occupied territory, and of course, man, what's been going down, man? That's my question to everyone watching and listening, man. What's been going down in Charlotte?
Malama, not in just in Charlotte, man, everywhere. Everywhere. It felt like it started off in LA or Cali, really LA. Then went to Chicago and then New York, and now it's everywhere now. But I know that Charlotte right now is like a hot spot.
Right, sir.
But I remember it looked like you really didn't hear too much in North Carolina, and now it seems like you're hearing a lot going on. I seen that they were doing a protest. They're doing a protest a couple days ago, right?
Sir. Man, they're doing protests everywhere, every day, man.
Oh, okay.
So it's all over the internet, all over TikTok. You're seeing the videos. Oh, the comment I drop out. All over the internet, you seen it go down. People are protesting, but people are getting ran up on by ICE. Man, ICE is just ruthless with it. And you seen that oppressor. Well, what's his name? Bovino. Like, if you wanted to know what a snake looked like, just take a look at that man, and you can see that he's exactly as the Bible called, that serpent. What is it? That cunning serpent.
Okay, the most subtle beast of the field.
There you go, the most subtle beast of the field, sir. As you see, he's over there like pleading the case, that trying to make it seem like ICE are the victims when they're going and they're the ones kidnapping people. But he wants to make it seem like ICE are the victims because people are getting angry and fighting back, at least trying to fight back. I mean, what would you do in that situation if your loved one was getting abducted? And I'm talking to you gringos out there, you oppressors, you white people out there, man. What would y'all do if this was happening to y'all? We know what y'all would do. Yeah, it'd be, violence in the streets if this was happening to y'all. I mean, y'all gave us a hint of it, when January 6th happened.
And it's when the group of white people I'm talking to, I'm specifically talking to those on the right, the patriotic, the outright, whatever they call themselves, sir. What would they do had let's say a government agency or the government declared them here illegally, which we know y'all really are, right? If you want to do the history, y'all are here in this country illegally because your ancestors stole this land from indigenous people. But what if one day America just declared you here illegally? And all of a sudden you had agents, masked agents who do not identify themselves, come and stop you and ask for your papers, come and stop you and snatch you up. What would you oppressors do in that situation? And any white people listening right now, I am curious to see what y'all would say in response to this, man. What would y'all do?
Hey, Malama, well, that's kind of all you got to do is like, what do white people do when they get oppressed?
Right, sir.
White people, when they get oppressed, they fight.
Right.
They go to war. They don't sit back and let people walk over them. They go to war.
Right.
That's how they got this country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They went to war with Britain because they were getting oppressed.
Right. They were rioting, sir.
They were fighting, rioting. One thing's for sure, it wasn't peace. It was war. Right. And you said something too, like you were talking about how they want to act like as if they're the victims.
Right.
They want to act like victims as if, they're the ones getting harmed and hurt and they're doing a dangerous job, but what they say is different from what's on video,
right, sir.
And we've been saying this damn near every podcast where you can tell that these are untrained men, untrained women. The last couple of videos I seen was some ICE agent passing by a car and pepper spraying inside the car.
Right. I know which one you're talking about.
With the kid in the back seat.
Right.
Another one, they're trying to take a woman out of the car with her baby, and some other agent goes and starts shooting the car.
Right, sir.
Starts shooting the car. One of these cats just got busted out there in Minnesota. He was a ICE agent, and they're getting him for I believe child molestation.
Good night. I don't want
another one. Hodges, the one. You remember that video where the ICE agent is taking the 19-year-old kid from Walmart? Remember, he's on top of him and they're trying to pull him to the van.
Right. I remember that one.
It was viral. It was all over.
Right. Sure I remember.
So he ended up. You remember he assaulted a cop in the bathroom. He was gonna get arrested. So I think what happened was before his court date, he ended up overdosing. He overdosed on drugs and ended up passing away. So you can't. Yeah. So that whole narrative of they're doing a dangerous job and they're getting people harassing them or fighting them. That's not true.
Right, sir.
Like I said, what they say is different from what's actually on camera, and that's why they don't like you filming them. That's why they don't like you pulling out that phone and filming them, because you're seeing a bunch of untrained men and women take people. But go ahead, Malama.
Sir, did you want me to pull up the first article about that then and go right into Charlotte?
Oh, wait, whatever you got. Let's go ahead. Commandant's back.
All right, we got okay. Let me share it. All right.
What's going on, Commandant? Salaam, what's up?
Oh, did he lose his audio?
Customs and Border Patrol agents are targeting Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, we can hear you knocking on. Yeah, you were muted for a second. So let me fix this camera angle, man. It's horrible.
in an operation dubbed Charlotte's Web. Cell phone video captured several arrests in the southern city over the weekend. Masked agents were witnessed pulling people from stores and parking lots. In one incident, agents broke the truck window of an American citizen named Willie Aceituno. Aceituno told reporters he was injured in the action. He was detained but later released as he told officers, "I am an American citizen."
Soy ciudadano americano.
Agents approached a landscaping crew putting up Christmas decorations but did not make any arrests. Protests against the ICE surge were also evident in uptown Charlotte. Residents shared their views with CBS News.
It's terrifying to pretty much know that at any moment a federal agent can just come out and abuse you just because of the way you look.
I seriously believe that immigration is a civil issue. It's not criminal. So this doesn't make any sense to me.
The action is being led by Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino, who is also part of similar recent surges in Chicago and Los Angeles. In a social media post, Bovino quoted the children's classic Charlotte's Web to describe the surge, pasting, "Wherever the wind takes us, high, low, near, far, east, west, north, south, we take to the breeze, we go as we please." That prompted the granddaughter of E.B. White, author of Charlotte's Web, to speak out. Martha White, who was her grandfather's literary executor, issued a statement regarding the surge's branding. She said E.B. White, quote, "certainly didn't believe in masked men in unmarked cars raiding people's homes and workplaces without IDs or summons, and that he didn't condone fear-mongering." Charlotte is the fifth city targeted by Border Patrol. International DHS documents reviewed by CBS News suggest New Orleans could be next. This is Inside Edition Digital.
So look real quick, Malama, same thing. Like, that's what was happening out here in LA. They're talking about they're getting all the immigrants, but all the footage is showing that they're getting citizens.
Right.
But that just shows you that they're just getting anybody that looks Hispanic. They don't care if you're a citizen or not. If you look Hispanic, they're gonna snatch you up, harass you, pull you in the car, and then find out later, if you're legal or not.
They're gonna clarify it. they're gonna arrest first and ask questions later. Is what they're gonna do, Adawan. So I was gonna ask, sir, real quick. I don't know if it's just me, but let's see the cities they rated so far. Right now, Charlotte. They did Chicago. They did LA. They did Seattle. What was it? San Francisco was another one they were planning to get, right?
New York.
What do all these cities have in common, Adawan?
I was gonna say they're major cities.
God, sir. Okay, so let me rephrase the question. Government-wise, what do all these cities have in common?
Go ahead, huh?
God, no sweat. I believe they're all Democratic cities, sir.
Oh, okay. All Democratic cities. Okay.
I know you remember when Dallas. Mariam said Dallas. Salakia, to the sister Mariah. I have a question, sis. What kind of government is the mayor and all that in Dallas? If you know, by any chance, right? Could you tell us? I'm trying to see something here. Only reason why I say that, sir, is because I don't know if you recall, Jeremiah Hyman was talking about it, right? That Trump was sending, look at what Trump did, right? Not too long ago, he was sending the National Guard to where? Chicago, LA, Washington, D.C. And these cities were all majority Democratic cities, right?
Right.
So it's like he's trying to send a statement to the Democrats, a statement to America, right? Where he's sending the military. And, ICE, look at the way ICE runs up on our people, man. Like, they're in tactical gear with rifles, they're rocking camouflage for some odd reason. But they're looking no different than soldiers, just like if they were part of the National Guard, part of the military. So is there a correlation here between him sending the National Guard to Democrat-run cities or left, right, whatever you want to call it, and now having these ICE raids in these same cities, you know, where ICE is just being ruthless with it. You know, they stopping anybody. And then, of course, right, it's like they're going after anyone and you know, anyone and anybody, anyone, but no, you know, the reason why is real, you know, is how do I say it? Is real devious, right? When we say the oppressor is the devil, this whole reason is why. If y'all truly believe that they're rounding up all these people, arresting people to keep America safe, you should, you know, rethink your intelligence and see how simple you are to think that that's the reason why they're doing that. How long? How many of y'all out there recall what Stephen Miller said about how many arrests a day he wanted ICE to make? Right, he wanted to make 3,000 arrests a day. So we know this isn't about keeping the streets safe. This is about making quotas. This is about making money, right? Donald Trump is tied to, you know, and I'm pretty sure Kristi Noem and all those in power up there in that administration are all tied to these companies that get rich off of ICE detention. They have some business interests with these companies, with the, you know, out there in Uganda. Oh, look, sir. Salakia, real quick. The sister Mariam said he was, I'm assuming, the mayor of Dallas, right? He said he was a Democrat who switched to Republican. You understand? So you're seeing all this go down in Democrat-run cities, but really because this is all, you know, like a play by this oppressor. You understand? Right. A play to show his power, a play to, you know, intimidate the left, as they say, right? Because this shows how ununited America is, right? As much as y'all want to believe this is the United States, this is really the divided states. But what's going down with these ICE raids and you know, what did Trump talk about, sir? The Midway Blitz, right? Where they were sending ICE to Chicago and all those Midwest cities. This is him like just trying to flex his muscle, trying to make it seem like, you know, like that he has power, you know. Okay, this is what she said. But Greg Abbott, the Attorney General, is with the rounding up of Mexicans in Texas, even after they helped with the recent flood.
Right.
God, sis. I mean, and that shows the nature. This is the same oppressor that will deport you after you fight for him. So it's not surprising, you know, that Greg Abbott would do that after they helped with the flood. That's the thank you. The concert. So that you know, we're seeing how crazy it is in Charlotte. She said they call him Hot Wheels down here. Salaki says, why they call him Hot Wheels?
Why they call him Hot Wheels though?
Yeah, we go. I think I know why. Salaki coming up.
What do you say?
Because let's see if the sister says it. Kamada said it right now, sir. I don't know you heard Kamada.
I didn't hear him. So, like, what'd you say, Kamada?
That nigga's on a wheelchair, sir.
Oh, he's on a wheelchair. Goddamn, Hot Wheels.
I guess he didn't. You know, he didn't. You know, learn his lesson.
You know? It sounds like something that Israelites made up too.
God. But yeah, sir. So let me get all these articles in order.
Man,
so yeah,
man,
so that's.
This is a real thing that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Like, there's a real problem, real things that are happening, and right now people are worried about things that are irrelevant. Like people are talking about Jenny 69 right now.
Right,
you know?
Sir.
People are talking about Jenny 69 and the other rapper and
Blueface.
Who speaks Spanish and who doesn't speak Spanish. I like you know what? Hispanics who don't speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like those are conversations that are irrelevant, and that's what people want to talk about. But this right here is what what needs to be brought up right here. You know, things that are happening in Charlotte, Chicago, New York. you know, Minnesota.
Right.
Heartbroken.
Look at this.
That is awful.
This was this famous footage, right? That's circulating around.
You made me cry.
Hold on, just. Yeah.
Why are you doing that? That's disgusting. Oh my god.
Gotcha. I'm good. I'm know my rights. Why is your face covered?
Back up.
I'm good.
I'm gonna need you to back up.
You just walk closer to me, sir.
It's like you said, sir, like they already don't want you getting close and filming them. He's trying to tell her to back up. His whatever that's called, right? That mask he has on says it all. Like you see that other one, like they harassing a brother at work. This brother is trying to clean, doing something. How do I say it? He's doing something for the city. As a matter of fact, he's making your neighborhood look beautiful by cleaning it up. And your response is to round him up so you can make your quotas. Your response is to arrest him while he's working. What's that cut out of one when they try to accuse us of freeloading off the system? If that's the case, why are you stopping us or rounding our people up while they're working, while they're on their way to work? This brother's not standing in a welfare line. He's doing his job as a gardener, cleaning up a parking lot, man.
He's an essential worker.
An essential worker, and what is it? Mark that essential in there, because without us, man, your society will crumble. Without so-called Latinos, you'd starve. You understand? And of course, I can't expect anything less from people that have no humanity in them. You understand? A race of people or a nation of people that don't have any. What is it? Are inhumane, have no compassion in them. We're talking about an incompassionate people, sir. And that's why they do things like this.
Well, let's not forget.
Go ahead, sir.
Let's not forget either, right? Like, a lot of those people are Hispanics. Behind those uniforms and masks and everything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We damn near became just like them. For what, $50,000?
So like I said, if I could,
$50,000, $90,000, whatever. They took a bag of money and became the oppressor. What were you gonna say coming up?
So like I said, if I could, I was trying to look for a video. I don't know if it was in New York or if it was in Charlotte, but they were breaking into a home without a warrant. It seems like out there, they're ever since I think they asked or Donald Trump said that they need to apply more force and they're not using enough. It seems like they done turn it up. Like now they're doing things more extreme. But I was gonna say I saw a video where it was an Uber driver and he had picked up his client and ICE pulled him over. And it's like what you were saying, like one of the females, I think she's known right now. She's going around the social media, and they know her because of these busted ass shoes that she's wearing. And then the brother, the passenger, they take the driver, clean car, under his name and everything. He tells them, don't say anything. He tells them in Spanish, like, don't say anything. They take him, and then he's telling, her, what are you doing it for 30,000? Like, that's what you're doing it for 30, like, and then he starts like going off on her, like, calling her a traitor. And as you right, a lot of the people that under that mask is our own people.
Right. So like, yeah, coming down. I'm gonna try and find that footage. I'm trying to find that footage real quick. The one of the sister confronting the ICE agent. I know which one you're talking about.
No, it was a brother. The Uber. He had caught an Uber.
No, there's another one. There's another one I've seen. Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, the thing is that I forgot to save it. Usually I save these videos. I just forgot to. I know I could find it, but but I was on point on that. Like a lot of these ICE agents, they doing it for what you could be making. You could be making more, working at Whole Foods, or what I mean, having a different job title. But you over here trying, because you hate your people, and you think America, they believe that America is going to treat them different and see them different. After all of this is done, they'll probably be the first ones that America throws under the bus. Right. If they go after the ICE agents that were mistreating, our people, they're probably going to throw all the Hispanics up first to get what do you call it? Salakia. Or to get legal so I'm trying to find out the word.
Legal representation?
Because at some point they're saying that all the ICE agents that are mistreating people, they're gonna come after them, right? So I'm pretty sure all the Hispanics, those are the first ones who they're gonna try to take them to trial. There you go. They're gonna build a case, take them to trial, and sentence them first before they do, the oppressors.
I can tell you coming down like that video you was talking about with that sister, there's a brother cussing out that sister.
Yeah, yes, Khan.
He's cussing her out, but did you hear the way she was speaking Spanish? Like she wasn't a whitewashed Latina.
No, she wasn't.
She was like a Latina that's from like the hood. The way she spoke, she spoke good Spanish, and she spoke like in slang too.
God.
So it's like you got people in your local neighborhoods, filling out applications to become ICE agents and becoming these police officers, ICE agents, or Homeland Security.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Kind of, sir.
If you could, Malama, if you can pull that video, if you know which one we're talking about, we'll play it later on down the line.
Kind of, sir. I found some more videos though, like just as we're talking, right?
And then remember too, not too long ago, we showed you that video where that brother was saying that he was from Florence.
Right.
Not gonna say, we don't know if that's true or not, but he was saying that he was from Florence.
Right, sir.
Oh, Malak, I'm gonna send it to you. I think I found it.
Orale. You can't put it in the Inconvenient Truth chat on Facebook, Karna.
Orale. Khan.
So like, there's some like all types of footage, man, like that we're seeing. Let me finish this one.
I just sent it right now.
That's the one.
That's the one where the brother, the Uber driver, they take him, and then he's you know he gets yeah.
All right, I got it right here.
Uber driver got pulled over by ICE.
Hey, don't get out, man. Don't get out. Yo, there's no way this is happening. Yo, they just took the Uber driver. Yeah, dude. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. That's all you need to know.
Imagine that.
Hey, y'all can't just take it like that, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, bro. Hey, bro. No, you're right, bro. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, bro. Don't say nothing to them. Call your lawyer, bro. Call your lawyer. Hey, this is bullshit, bro. What the fuck? I just got out of work. Don't fucking talk to me like that, bro. I ain't doing shit. I ain't interfering. Don't give me no fucking attitude if I ain't giving you no fucking attitude. Stupid motherfuckers, man. Y'all fucking serious, bro? What the fuck? Look at these fucking assholes, bro. Esta es una pinche mexicana. Y sabe que me entiende la pendeja. Que te valga verga a ti, puta. ¿Verdad? Muy contenta.
Good night.
Yo te doy los 30,000, pinche pobre de verga. Mamas verga, pinche pendeja.
Good night, man.
Broke ass bitch. You a broke ass bitch. For 30,000? That's what people make in a fucking year. Low income ass fucking bitch. Fuck you, pinche mexicano de mierda. Vale verga, puta. Chinguen a su madre, culeros. That's fucking nice for y'all, bro.
Estos Latinos descarados, losing their dignity, their humanity, for a job, for 30.
So yes, sir.
No, I'm saying you could probably just cut that off, but this last part, I don't know who he is. But,
Yeah. I didn't came out on it. It's a liar.
It's no sweat. You know what's funny though is counting how much she makes, man. But I wanted to pull a scripture just since we're on the topic, right? And it's crazy, right? How people really think the answers aren't in the Bible. How the Bible is our story. Is it which one's the one year of your father the devil? Was that in 1 John?
it was John 8:44.
John 8:44, right? Okay, I'm gonna go to John 8:44. And that's exactly what's happening right here, man. Like people really don't think that the Bible is real. People really think it's like some magic fairy tale when this is what the Bible is talking about. This is John 8:44. Share it on the screen. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil. So when we say the oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of, this is how you know we're talking about him. And the lust of your father ye will do. Right? All you Latino ICE agents, all y'all that man, this goes for when you see black ICE agents too, man. When you see black ICE agents, when you see Native American ICE agents, when you see any Israelite that's an ICE agent, this is what Christ was talking about. Y'all are doing the lust of your father, which is this oppressor, which is the so-called white man. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, man. This devil, as we're going to show you in the next story, is always looking for a way to unalive you. He can't wait to get a chance to go and take your life. He's itching to pull that trigger, man. That's just there's a video that's circulating online, right, about these ICE agents. I actually made a reel talking about it, right? How you mentioned it earlier, sir. They shot pepper spray at a car.
Yeah.
From they did a drive-by on a car with the pepper spray practically. And it's like, what warrants that? You really, like, in my head, I'm thinking, man, he probably wish he had a gun so he could just shoot that car up, and
right.
Take that child's life, because that's really they're murderers from the beginning, man. They want to unalive you and abode not in the truth. because there's no truth in them. They lied. They said something about, that they were involved in some kind of riot when those people were just driving. I'm not too sure how the story goes, but those people were literally driving, minding their own business, and they got shot at with a pepper spray. When he speaks a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. This oppressor lies. He can't help but lie. Isn't that what Greg Bovino did? He lied on camera, talking about how they're the victims, how they're getting attacked. You understand? When they're the ones doing the attacking, they're the ones literally running up on people, trying to kidnap them, harassing them. Greg Bovino talk about, what is it? If you look a certain way, we're gonna stop you. So he admitted to racial profiling. That's two things right there that have been brought out, sir. It has been brought out that this oppressor does racial profiling, and he has such thing as quotas. That's what people are not paying attention to.
I'll tell you something.
Talking about. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, go ahead. No, sorry, you got it. My bad.
No, you got it. I don't want to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say too, like our people, Latinos, that we're getting gamed up. Like if you're a Latino and you become an ICE agent, they're telling you you're gonna get $15,000 bonus. You're gonna get paid good. You're gonna get that student loan, right? But remember, like, who's telling you this? You talking about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is a devil. Donald Trump is a liar. Above anything, he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? So, like, anything he said, you cannot take that serious. You know what I mean? Especially for us, as far as Latinos, like, we can't believe on the things that he's telling you, but we do. You know, and you gotta understand that the Lord is gonna give a judgment to this nation.
Right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give a strong judgment to this country, and especially those of us that love it.
Right.
You know, like you think you coming up, you think you gonna get that $50,000 bonus, and you think you gonna get that student loan. You might get it. You might get that student loan, and you might make some money, but that money ain't gonna last you long.
Right.
You know, because you're living in a nation that's falling apart. You know, so like you think that you're gonna like live happily ever after. You think you're gonna make this money and you're gonna be straight. You getting gamed up. You gotta be a fool to think that this is this is your ticket to becoming stable, living a good life, living an American dream. You know, and you took $50,000 to betray your own people. You took a bag of money to turn your own people in. The outcome is going to be horrible. You know, the end of all of this, a lot of our people are going to find out the hard way, which is you ain't going to live a happy life. You ain't going to live happily ever after.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That American dream is going to be a nightmare.
And to top it off, man. To top it off, goddamn, Donald Trump got how many goddamn felonies? 30 felonies? You think he going to tell you the truth? You think he really going to help you out? He going to help out his own people. You know, he helping out his own, and those are people with money. You ain't got no goddamn money. He ain't going to look out for you. But go ahead.
Sir.
Go
ahead. It's like, sir. Oh, go ahead, Commandant.
Malak, I was gonna say if you could get a precept for me, what Officer Lahab is talking about, Isaiah 1:23, but I also what the video that we just seen, it reminds me of Malak. The scripture Malak was goes to Deuteronomy 28:49, where it says that the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, a nation of fierce continents, and you know, the nation of fierce continents ain't talking about some random ancient tribe. It's talking about America and the agencies of birth, like ICE, DHS, Border Patrol, the police, the sheriffs, like all of them. They don't care if you're an Uber driver grinding to feed your family. They don't care if you're young, old, sick, or trying to survive. They're gonna just hit the neighborhoods, the apartment complexes, your job, the same way they raided villages in the past and snatch up our carnales, our sisters, like they ain't flesh and blood. But I wanted to go to the scripture, Malama. You got it?
What is it? Isaiah what?
Isaiah 1:23.
Okay, now look at you right there.
And,
this is the book of Isaiah.
Know that this is our book, right? This book doesn't belong to everyone. There's no equality in this book. It's only Black, Hispanic, and Native American records in history. You got that, Malakma?
Yeah, it's right here, Kanan. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 23. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards. They judge not.
Oh, so like, go ahead, Kanan. So like to finish it.
Okay. They judge not the fatherless. Go ahead, Kanan.
No, if you can finish it.
Okay. Neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them.
And you know, this is what Officer Lahab is talking about, like, you know, for 50,000 a year. Like, this is our people today who sign up with America's enforcement system. Like, they become companions of thieves, working with the same government that is stealing families, that's stealing labor, stealing our culture, and they do it for a paycheck. They do it for a pension, for a badge, a uniform. You know, following after rewards. They trade their loyalty, their heritage, right, to their own people just to be validated by the same system that hates them. You know, and what's like that's it,
I was gonna share this real quick. Look at this. Look at what they did to a brother in there, man.
Ya, mira cómo me tienen, güey. Mira cómo me tienen la verga, bro. Mira cómo me tienen, güey. Mi cartera, culero. Mi cartera. Mira cómo me hacen. Yo de su puta madre, güey. Mira. Mira, güey. Mira. Chinga su puta madre. Chinga su puta madre, bro.
So they so as the caption goes, it says Border Patrol abducts a man, then drops him 2 miles up the road in the woods. They dropped that poor brother off in the woods, man, after arrested him, man.
Damn. And you know what's crazy, Malak?
Go ahead, Kanan.
What's that movie? Well, it was on Menace to Society, right? I forgot. I'm thinking that there's other movies too.
That's what I was thinking, Kanan. The same thing. I'm on accord, man.
They would take the raza, right? The police would take the raza from their territory and drop them off on the enemy's territory.
Right.
Yeah, right. Brother, just drop them off in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, Kamada. That's exactly what they did. They like picked that brother. They dropped him off in the woods. Who's in the woods, Kamada?
Wildlife.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you know who else is in them woods, man? You know them Klansmen and all them. You know. So it's like they were probably. I wouldn't put it past them. They purposely left him there, hoping that he was gonna get run into them. Who knows, man? Like,
when they go hunting,
right?
They probably we don't know where they dropped them off. It could have been a hunting's ground right there.
Right, Karnan. Like, this oppressor is just like as we stated earlier, the most subtle beast of the field, man. They do.
I was here. 9 o'clock I was here. Stupid. No, not me.
Fuck you, stupid.
I'm not checking you or nothing. Checking somewhere else.
Yeah, that's just a whole other sad situation, man. But now that's what's crazy. Like the things they do. I also have this footage right here, right, that we were talking about earlier. Let me see right here. This is the one we were talking about, sir.
Here in Little Village comes just days after a federal judge tightened the rules regarding how immigration enforcement agents are allowed to deploy use of force measures against residents and journalists during Operation Midway Blitz. The Department of Homeland Security is once again justifying their actions. The question is whether the judge will agree, even as her order is now being appealed. Cell phone video shows the moment Saturday morning. Rafael Veraza says he and his family were pepper sprayed by Border Patrol agents in the parking lot of the Sam's Club in Cicero.
Started spraying from the beginning, from the front of the car towards the back. I had my window down. Basically, I got sprayed all over my face.
The effect, he says, was immediate.
I'm asthmatic. I've been with asthma since I was a little kid. So the moment that it hit me, I couldn't breathe.
Veraza's one-year-old daughter, Ariana, who was riding in the back of the car, also breathed in the gas. Both were briefly hospitalized.
My daughter tried to open her eyes. She was struggling to breathe.
Homeland Security says Border Patrol officers had entered the Sam's Club lot shortly after deploying crowd control measures on the residents of Little Village. This in the aftermath of what they say were gunshots fired from a black Jeep Wrangler aimed directly at them. Individuals stalked and followed the convoy into the parking lot, and a vehicle rammed a Border Patrol's vehicle. After departing the parking lot, the law enforcement convoy was again attacked, resulting in a broken window. Images showing the damage were also released by DHS, but no explanation as to why Veraza and his family, who had decided to abort their shopping trip after seeing the agent's presence, were pepper sprayed.
I'm not even doing a thing. I'm trying to exit.
Today, surrounded by elected officials and other community members, Veraza came forward with his story. He and others expressing outrage at the way in which they say agents lashed out at the entire community in the aftermath of those shots allegedly being fired.
There were neighbors around. People were upset. All of the agents popped out of the car, guns drawn. Did not hear a single warning. I turned to my left, and there is Bovino with the grenade, pulls the pin, holds it, carries it, has an interaction with neighbors, and then hops into his van.
Homeland Security saying in...
Did that devil really get out the car, throw a grenade, and hop in the van like he was like some kind of PR thing? That's crazy, man.
Where did this take place?
This happened in
Chicago.
Somewhere near Chicago, I think.
Oh, okay.
It happened in Sam's Club. It was
at Sam's Club, right?
At like a mall or shopping center. There you go, shopping center in Illinois.
Right.
I think it was Cicero. No,
Cicero, Illinois. Yeah. That's the name of the town where it happened.
You know, for that cat to just drive by and just spray inside the car like that, it just shows that like they're just like careless. You know? It's like, you know, like they really don't give a fuck. Like that's what it is. They're just passing by spraying, no consideration if there's a kid in the car or whatever. They're just like, you know, they don't care. They don't care about it. You know, it's kind of like they know they can get away with it. That's why they're doing it, because they know they can get away with it. They're looking at you like you're illegal, and what are you gonna do about it? Type shit. Right. You know, like see my language. That's why they're doing it. They know they can spray inside the car, and what are you gonna do? Call the cops? You know what are you gonna do?
Right.
Like, you know, that's why they're doing that. And for us, like, you know, that's why that scripture of Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. That's why that scripture is so heavy and so important today, because that means what? That we gotta lean on each other.
Right.
That means that we gotta lean on each other. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, Native American, West Indian. We got to lean on each other, brotherhood, sisterhood, UPK, because that's all you're going to have. You know what I'm saying? You can't call the cops. That cat that sprayed the car and sprayed the baby, like, what's going to happen to him? You know, what is he going to do? Get fired?
Nothing.
He's going to get fired? They're
Absolutely
going to
nothing.
Arrest him, detain him, prison? I doubt it. If they do anything, they'll just move them somewhere else. Probably move to different city, whatever. He'll still have his job.
Give him a desk job.
And that what he did is pretty much light compared to other things that are going on.
Right.
You know, like we were just talking about, they arrested somebody. They said he was sex trafficking. I don't know if you saw the video I sent you or the article. They're getting him for sex trafficking.
Did you text it to me? I don't want to like you.
I think I did send it to you in a text message.
Okay.
And it's happened in Minnesota. But these cops said we're gonna arrest him anyways. We don't, because he says when they get him, he says, hey, I'm an ICE agent. But they went ahead and said, we're gonna arrest you anyways. I don't know what's gonna happen, but what's likely to happen is they're gonna let him go.
I know where's that.
So like it's the one that he says, I'm with ICE, boys.
Oh yeah, there you go. He's like, I'm
with ICE.
And so what does that mean? Why is he saying that? I'm with ICE, boys. Is he saying I'm with ICE? So hey,
it's like to say.
Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, so like I think when he's like ICE boys, it's like saying like hey, we doing the same work, but I'm just with ICE. Back to what I was saying that there are agencies, you know what I mean, and they look at each other in brotherhood, and that's one thing that the Black and Hispanic community needs. That the norteños and the sureños have to look at each other with like brotherhood. The Crips and the Bloods have to look at each other like brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Right.
The same way that they operate. You know what I mean? And it's the thing that they operate like that, but the way we have to operate is what you saying, Zephaniah 2:1. That's straight up brotherhood right there. You know what I mean? Unity, force. You know what I'm saying? Obedient, discipline. Like all of that.
Pull the scripture, Zephaniah 2:1, and go down to 2. Go ahead, Commandant Salaki.
You got it, Malakma?
Yeah, I'm pulling in right now.
And so, like I said, if I could, I want to say something while Malakma gets that.
Go ahead, Kanan.
So, like I said, that's to watch. I wanted to say that, you know what, like we got to keep it 1,000, right?
Right.
If that was a blonde, blue-eyed, you know what I'm saying, baby, this would already be a national scandal. But the little sister, she's brown and she's Hispanic, so they think we're just gonna move on. But this is the truth, that little girl represents every child in our communities who get caught in the crossfire of America's law enforcement. And until we come back to our identity, until we reject the lies of modern Christianity, until we stand as one nation, right, under Yahushua HaMashiach, who they know as Christ, the way that we teach, that these abusers won't stop. These abusers won't stop. They'll just repeat, right, with new names and new headlines. And this is why the prophets of old stood. This is for what they stood. And this is for what the man in the UPK stand up for. Because our people deserve better than being pepper sprayed, than coming up with excuses and press releases. You know what I'm saying? Like when the father, or when you watch the video, you hear the father say that his baby couldn't. Well, you can't see that in the video, but on the article that Malakma shared on the inconvenient message, it says that the father says that his baby couldn't breathe. And this is what you realize. You realize something that Christians never want to admit, that this nation don't see us as humans. And when I mean don't see us, means Black and Hispanics, Native Indians. They don't see us as humans. They see us as collateral damage in their war against poverty, against immigration, against anybody who doesn't fit their picture of American.
Right.
The government will deny it like they always do. And we don't they're gonna say, oh, well, we don't pepper spray children. I think that's what I read in the article. And meanwhile, the child is coughing and screaming on camera. And that same old script that they deny the crime and pretend to investigate, right? I was gonna say, oh, we're gonna investigate. And they say that in the hopes that the public forgets in a week. And they forget with what's on social media with face, and I forgot what episode Lahab said, someone else, you know, they'll send like Nicki Minaj to go speak for Congress or what have you. You know, they'll let somebody out from jail, like a rapper, just so you can forget what's going on. But in the Bible, commands us not to never forget.
Right.
And in the UPA, we're not soft about it. We're not going to dress it up with Christian fairy tales, you know, like they always say, turn the other cheek. And what happened that day is exactly what the Bible warned, you know, that the nations have no pity for Black and Hispanics. You know, and that's the reason why we have to separate. That's why we, UPK, we're going to continue to teach discipline, identity, and God's laws, because without it, our people are going to be walking blind into some trap that's going to it's a continual cycle over and over again, right? And this isn't about one bad agent. It's about a system built to control and to intimidate and punish our people, right? A system that has pepper spray, jailed, deported, beaten, and even killed, right, Malakman? So like unalive, right? They just unalive one of our brothers or sisters.
Right, quite a few, carnal.
Right, huh?
Quite, they've it's happened to quite a few of our people, carnal.
Right, Khan. Right, they have unalive our families, you know, throughout generations.
Oh.
Right, so like the oppressor is a damn monster, just like I was like Azaka used to say, man, they're a virus.
A virus.
Right.
Damn right.
And it's a lot, yeah. I don't want, but you want me to read that?
So you go to verse 2, 1 down to 2.
You want me to read starting at 1, sir?
Yeah, you can read 1, but go down to verse 2 as well.
Come on, you could get verse 2 next.
I got it right here.
2 and 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, or nation not desired.
So you understand that, right? That's what the scripture is saying. That's what the Most High is ordering for us to gather together. O nation not desired. Those are the Haitians. Those are the brothers from Trinidad, Tobago, Jamaica, Venezuela, Mexico, Colombia, right? El Salvador, Native Americans. Those are all the people that are not desired. We all understand that, right? Donald Trump trying to go to war with Venezuela. You know, that's why he's sending those ships, you know, those planes. They're setting up right there in that coast, ready to go to war. Also trying to something going on in the islands. Somewhere over here in Mexico, he's talking about we're gonna go to war with the cartels. He's saying the cartels. He wants to go to Mexico and fight against the cartels. Over here in America, he got the ICE detention centers where they're getting the Jamaicans, they're getting the Mexicans and Central Americans and the Haitians and putting us inside cages. So we're those people that are not desired. This doesn't fit the Chinese because even though there's a war going on with the Chinese or China and America, they don't like each other, right? Russia and the U.S., they are allowed to live in America. They live a peaceful life in America. They don't get detained. They don't get thrown inside ICE detention centers, but we do.
Right.
You understand? So we are the nation not desired, and the Lord is commanding us for us to come together, unified. And that's where do you find that? In the Israelite school UPK, where we have Haitians
That's right.
and Mexicans sitting next to each other, Central Americans and Mexicans sitting next to each other, right? Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, Puerto Ricans and blacks and Mexicans. We're all in this body together, right? You go to the second verse.
You got the second verse, Malagma?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Come, sir. Zephaniah 2:2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
And that's what's gonna happen next. We got to come together, and we got to come together fast, because the Lord's anger, you about to see that come upon this nation. Right now, it looks like they're trying to they're saying America's coming back, the golden age, and make America great again. Fight America's safe now. All this shit that they're saying on TV. Man, you ain't seen the Lord's anger yet. In about a minute, you're gonna see another plague hit America.
Right.
You're gonna see a civil war break out in America. Them stores gonna close down. Hospitals are gonna close down. America's about to turn into a third world country.
Right, sir.
We about to head to that World War III. That's where this is going. So we need to get it together now, fast, because the Lord's anger is gonna come upon you. And if you ain't in this body, you ain't serving the Lord, you gonna get that plague. You gonna get death. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna get unalive. And not just you put in your family in that position as well.
Right, sir.
Your daughter, your son, your loved ones are gonna get put in that position because you decided to side with America than your own people.
Right.
Right.
Before the decree bring forth, there's gonna be an order given now, and them angels are gonna come and put destruction. COVID-19, that's just like that was a plague that came upon America, or came upon the world rather. But you know what? You ain't seen the other plagues that are coming. You got Revelation 18:4 as well. 18:3, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her plagues. The Lord is giving a warning for us to come out of this place, come out of America's philosophy, religion, the culture of America. Because you know what? We love this culture more than anybody. Mexicans love this culture.
Right.
Hispanics love this culture. We love it so much that we became ICE agents.
Right, sir.
That's how much we love this culture. The Lord said, come out of her come out of my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, of her plagues. That's what's going to happen. The Lord going to send some plagues on this nation, on this country. And we going to partake in them plagues. We going to die. That's what's going to happen. We going to die. We going to get put to death because we can't let go of that American flag. We can't let go of Christianity and religion. We can't let go of the American lifestyle. If you love this country, guess what? You're going to die with it when the Lord destroys it. Go ahead. I'm passing the next brother.
And so I just want to add, while all these plagues are going down, they're going to be seeking the Lord. They're going to be seeking the Lord, and the Bible says this. The Bible says that there's going to be a famine of the word. Right? There's going to you're going to remember, damn, what those brothers were talking about was true. Right? The Bible says before destruction comes warning. Right? Just paraphrasing. But you're going to want to know how to get protection from the Lord. And there's going to be a famine of the word. You're not gonna find. There's not gonna be nowhere where you can find the truth of the Lord to be protected during these famines and plagues and these destructions. So it's best for you to start wanting to seek the Lord now, because this is your calling as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Right now, you see the priests and prophets. This is your calling, and your calling means come here, learn how to serve the Lord with obedience, not with emotions. All right, go ahead.
You want to read it for you? What you read? Zephaniah 2 and 2?
Nah, so like I said, I was just adding to what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Right, where all these destructions are coming, right? The brothers and sisters are going to be praying to the Lord. They're going to want to seek the Lord. They're going to want to have a zeal for the Lord. But the word of the Lord, there's going to be a famine, right? So like I said, that's what it says, right? There's going to be a famine of the word.
Okay. I gotta see the scripture, but I
understand.
Oh,
yeah. I got it. I was just paraphrasing. All right. I don't know what Malak might have win. I don't know if he wants to get the next
it's all right.
Story, but I got that one.
Saying is right though. Saying is right. You know, like you got to come in here before it's too damn late. Don't wait last minute to come up in here. You know, like you talking about a plague hits, food runs out, water runs out, and that's when you're gonna want to pray to God. Like you pray to God at the wrong time. You know, you need to get it together now. The only thing is that, like I said, like we get distracted with a lot of things. You got Thanksgiving coming up.
Right, sir.
That Thanksgiving is gonna throw everything out the window. Everything that you see on TV, everything that you hear on social media about ICE, you know the raids, everything. Like once Thanksgiving comes around, you go right back to sleep. Christmas comes around, you go right back to sleep. Then you got New Year's, go right back to sleep. After that, you got what comes up? Valentine's Day. And then St. Patrick's Day. Goddamn, like you got all these holidays that come around that keep you asleep. Then you wake up for a little bit. For a little bit, you wake up and you're mad and you're sad.
Right, sir.
You want to do something. But then come the holidays. Then come the Dodgers. Then come the Lakers. Then comes your birthday, the 4th of July. Then comes the weed. All these things that they put in front of your face to keep you turned down.
Right.
When you're living in a time where this is happening to your people, so you got to be turned up. And when I say
damn right,
sir. I'm talking about going to gang banging. I'm talking about, man, I need to go speak up. I need to do something for my people. I need to say something. I need to help my people out in any way that you can. Of course, if you can't do what we do, man, support us.
Right.
Pay your tithes. Send some food, send some water, send some donations. Help out any way you can, But you can't not say nothing. You can't be someone that says, you know what, I just want to live my life and I want to leave it alone and I know what's going on, but I got this weed right here. I got Thanksgiving coming up and I got the family.
Right.
Later on down the line, you're gonna be looked at the person that did nothing.
Right.
When all of this was happening, you decided to stay silent. You were quiet. You didn't do nothing for your people.
Right.
Because you wanted to do the holidays and you wanted to do the birthdays and you wanted to go see the family on Thanksgiving.
Right.
And you know what? A lot of other races they don't do that. There's other with other races, they speak up for their own people. When they get oppressed, they fight. They don't stay silent. A lot of them cats from other races and nations will die for their people. But with us, we get so caught up with the American culture, lifestyle, and holidays that we like I said, we get turned down. and we just want to live in the moment. And that's not the type of person you got to be at this time. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're old or young, you have to have something. You have to help your people out in some way. You know, one way or another. You got to be helping out. You got to be contributing to helping your people. You understand? For your kids too. Goddamn, for your kids.
Right.
Because what, you think that this is gonna go away? Like, do you think that this is gonna only happen in your lifetime? Hell no. This is gonna happen to the next generation too, and it might be worse. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna go too long. But go ahead. I'm trying to next brother.
I'll say, so like, sir, if I could real quick, you can't be the person that says, I'm gonna join y'all when it goes down. I won't be. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know y'all ever heard people say that. They say, "Oh, well, when it pops out, come get me." You can't be that person, man. You got to come in here now. Like I heard you say it earlier, sir. But yeah, you can't be that person that stays on the sidelines and think that when it boils, when it's cracking down, when stuff starts happening, now all of a sudden you're gonna come join. If you're not gonna join right now, you're not gonna join then. That's all I could say, sir. Salaki.
Right. You know. But listen, man, we out there. You know, in every state, every city, you know, we're everywhere. So there is no excuse not to, you know, help out. You know what I mean? But go ahead. You got another. I see you got another article.
Yeah, this the one right here. I don't want.
So, like, sir,
you was good. You was gonna say something?
Nah, sir. I'm to what?
All right, no sweat.
So, like, sir, did you want me to read this?
Oh yeah, go ahead. That was the next one.
Right. It says, ICE employee among 16 men arrested in Bloomington sex trafficking sting, police say. Good night. More than a dozen men have been arrested after trying to solicit a minor for sex in Bloomington, Minnesota, police. Good night. According to Bloomington Police Chief Booker Hodges, officers started the 3-day sting on November 5th. They used several methods to find people who were attempting to solicit a 17-year-old girl for sex. In all, police arrested 16 men during the investigation, which Hodges called Operation Creep. Hodges said most of the men came from within the Twin Cities area. One of the men, he said, is an employee for Immigration and Customs Enforcement who could face federal... Right, sir.
And look, and why is that important? Because Christy Noem, whatever the hell her name is,
right?
Oh, like we're trained, we're professionals, we're out there we're getting the rapists, we're getting the cartels. There's a rapist in your department. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In your own department, in Homeland Security, ICE, whatever, there's a rapist in your damn department.
Right.
Like what? And you know. And they don't say nothing about that. And is he the only one? I doubt it. I'm sure there's a damn near 100 more of them inside that department.
Right.
You know, like they don't do no background checks.
Apparently
you know what I'm saying? You didn't know this cat was a rapist?
Right.
Well, I think there's more on that, right? On that article.
Concert.
Go ahead.
One of the men, he said, is an employee for Immigration and Customs Enforcement who could face federal charges. Hodges said the ICE employee works as an auditor. When he good night. He said, when he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE, boys," Hodges said during a press conference today. Well, unfortunately for him, we locked him up. Another suspect is a staffer at the Minnesota Pollution Control. Okay, Cons. That
was it. What he said, boys? Like he was trying to get the pass. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Just let him know, like, oh yeah, I work for ICE. Like, you know, let me go. He got busted. You know, who knows what's gonna happen to him? Like I said, you know, usually what happens, they get let go. Usually.
Right.
You know, but like I said, I'm pretty sure there's many other stories like this. You know, where you got these agents out there harassing, assaulting, and sexual assaulting women, children.
Right, sir. See if I can find some video. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, my question is this, sir. Now you wonder why they're always masked up.
Right. I mean, can we see his face? They don't show a picture of him, huh?
Nah, they don't. But now you got to wonder why they're masked up. Like, why they're hiding their face. Let's see.
And if I could, if I could, sir, like what we're seeing right now is the mask is slipping off America, right? And the ICE employee, somebody trusted with power over immigrants, families, communities, gets caught in a child, sex trafficking sting.
Good night.
And the moment the moment the cuffs hit his wrist, what did he say? I'm ICE, boys. And that's not a defense. That's a confession of how untouchable these agencies think that they are. And this is why we keep telling our people, right, in the Black and Hispanic and Native American communities, right, in the ghettos, the barrios, reservations, to stop believing America's fairy tales. And the ICE will raid a whole house at 5 a.m. looking for a man whose only crime is feeding his family. Meanwhile, one of their own is allegedly showing up to sleep with a minor. Right. And that's the hypocrisy that this country is built on. Like there's been a lot of stories, right? Donald Trump's spiritual advisor, just got apprehended for also being a pedo. Can I say that word, Malama?
I don't know, because I think you can say pedophile or
yeah. So like a minor abuser.
Right, there you go.
Right. He just got taken away, and not only that, there's been a lot of Republicans. Right. I got videos on that too. I could get the video on
God, yeah, you could come on.
Donald Trump's spiritual advisor getting taken away, because that's what America is. America is nothing but sexual deviants,
right?
With who think that they have untouchable power, right? And let's not forget that Donald Trump called us criminals.
Right.
Our children threats. Right. When in the minds of our children, Donald Trump is a threat. Right. Calling immigrants invaders. But behind their own badge, behind their own title, you find predators, abusers, and men who think that the law don't apply to them. This man,
they think they're above.
He said, "I'm ICE, boys." In his mind, he thinks that the law don't apply to him.
You know what would be the right thing to do? If they really stood on justice, and if they really stood on justice, they should deport him.
Right.
They should send him to where they sending people to? The Sudan.
Oh,
they should deport him to Sudan, because he's violating children. He's trying to meet up with the minor.
Or
and they're about what they say they're about, getting rid of rapists and pedophiles.
Right.
That whoever this man is, She get deported.
Send them to Bukele.
There you go.
Sir. You right about that.
Right. So, like, here's a video.
This one shames. This is a tragedy in many respects, but people at the Department of Homeland Security, I know there are great people there that come to work every single day and do their jobs and do it admirably. Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people. He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee. When he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." Well, you know, unfortunately for him, we locked him up, we put him in our jail. He got reappropriated to our jail, and my understanding is he helped send people to send federal authorities. I think he's going to see some federal authorities because I think the feds are going to take this case.
So, like, let me play this real quick. Let's give the Lord a hand. Give the Lord a hand for bringing that devil to justice. You understand? As you saw, sir, that was a devil.
Right. But it ain't over yet. Like, that doesn't mean that he's going to do time.
Right.
You know? He said that he's going to let the feds take care of it, right?
Right.
That's, you know, that's on them. Like I said,
Yeah, Khan, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. You got it. You gonna play a video? Go ahead.
Khan, this is Trump's spiritual advisor.
I'm just happy that it is over and feel good about it. It's behind us. What does this feel like? I don't know that I have words yet.
To lewd and indecent acts with the child.
Yeah. So it says right there, Gateway Church founder Robert Morris. Come on, you just read it, huh? Salakia.
No, I didn't read the whole thing, but yeah, that's just basically the same thing.
Good night. You understand? That's the spirit. It's not surprising that he's the spiritual advisor to the man that's on the Epstein list, that's doing everything to hide it. I mean, then what was just brought out, Kamada, about Donald Trump? Him and Bubba, right?
Oh my God, man.
Him and Bubba was getting it on, you know? So,
hey, Salaki, and there's videos of Donald Trump putting his hands on video on Bubba.
Good night, carnal.
You know what I mean? Like, the oppressor is a sexual deviant.
He absolutely is.
So much so that many times he went on record and said that his own daughter wasn't his daughter. He already would have banged her.
That's nasty, bro. Like,
what kind of man has a desire for his own daughter, man? Only the oppressor would.
Yeah, only the oppressor would, carnal. But yeah, that's just so like there's a couple more things I wanted to go over. So I know we pressed for time too, but just definitely want to touch on that sister, what happened, because that's horrible, right? But I wanted to play this clip real quick before we get to that. Look at this. Let's see if I can find that video real quick. This is a reason that if you ever wanted to know what ICE agents look like unmasked, well, here they are, man. I know I got that footage right here, man. Where is it? You know, I don't know if you saw that clip. I sent it to you. Oh, yeah, right here. Let me see. Let me upload this to the chat. And perfect. That other story's right there in that chat, too. Look at this, Sadawan. Did you see this video? Come on, man. Where is it? Oh, damn it. Hold on. What happened here, man? Oh, I texted it to Salakia.
You trying to play the video of the sister that got unalive?
Yeah, I want to play that one too, but just want to show you this real quick before we get there. Look at this out of one. If you wanted to know what they look like, here's what they look like without that mask.
Howdy doody, man. Where are you from? Which state did you come from? That was really funny, bud. What are you guys doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Are you staying at the hotel? That's good. Are you ICE? Are you on ICE?
We're union pipe fitters. All of us are union pipe fitters and plumbers.
That's very impressive. Why are you guys out here at 3 a.m.?
Well, because you guys woke us up.
Oh, we woke up?
Now that people are back there.
Oh, 2? Oh, that's a good one.
2 a.m.
We're smart.
What are you up to?
Just hanging out. I'm in the neighborhood taking a stroll.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, he likes it. He likes it. See ya.
Bro, you're an ugly mother.
Yeah, look at you, bro. You're all cracked out.
Look at this guy. So what state are you from? What state are you from, bro?
Look at Mr. Clean.
Hey, you.
That head shiny, old son. Look at this kid.
Yeah. Sir, what state are you guys from? Sir, are you protecting ICE or are you protecting the local steam fitters?
Guys, pull back over here.
Pull back over here. The boss said pull back. Get back in the hotel. Listen to the boss. Oh, he's cracking his knuckles. Oh, he's a tough guy. Bro, you look like an inbred Amish. You look like an inbred Amish man.
You're the one walking up on me.
Bro, you're an inbred Amish man.
All right, guys.
Get back, sir. This is LA. Go back to whatever state you came from, boy. Why are you so angry, boy? You're angry, boy. You walk like a fat Teletubby, bro. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we got a call. This is private property.
We just showed up, yeah. So we need to stand on the sidewalk.
You guys could formally protest.
You're inviting us to come here. Sidewalk, I got you. We just showed up. We haven't been here all night.
We're on the sidewalk.
Sidewalk, I got you.
We're on the sidewalk. They're invited.
Pipe fitters, go to bed. Pipe fitters, go to bed.
You guys are gonna go. You weren't even here. You weren't even here, dummy.
Thank you, guys.
You
We
weren't
got
even
you.
here, dummy.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, pipe fitters, go to bed. You gotta fit some pipes in the morning, you fucking schmucks. Okay. And then go back to Alabama, bitch. Bother somebody else. I'm gonna bother you. You guys all got woken up? That's a pity. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're just asking you respectfully.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, it's a public.
We're getting it. So right at the sidewalk, we're good. I got you, sir. We're listening.
Whatever you want to do.
I respect that, brother. Fuck ICE! Fuck the Pipe Fitters Union! And fuck these 3 people! Fuck the police. It's not over, bud?
Yeah, sir. So that's what they look like without the mask.
Yeah, they definitely didn't know that they were from Cali. They look like they came from somewhere else.
Like, they came from somewhere where the majority is white people. Yeah. And where, when the sun goes down, you better be inside. That's where they came from, sir. But Salaki, let's go into the next article. Oh, coming up, brought out some more stuff, sir. Salakia. What you share with us, Kamada?
Like it's just abusers, right? The faces of abusers that are affiliated with Donald Trump and politics.
Good night. This is a police officer.
And all that, yeah. Right, and it got their names and their all of that.
This is it. The 34 times convicted felon has plenty of support from his criminal base because this country was founded on criminal principles by criminal rejects from England. Right. That's crazy. Look, numerous counts of molestation. That's wild.
It's a video, carnal. It's not showing it.
It's not showing the video. Let me see.
Oh no.
Nah.
Pedophiles, they
Hold on.
live up on the street. Pedophiles, they have nowhere to go. So they're looking for a child that they might meet. So beware of the pedophiles, they live everywhere. Beware of the pedophiles, they might give you a scare. Beware of the pedophiles, if you're a child like me. Beware of the pedophiles, because they might ask to see your feet. Pedophiles are in the air, they're everywhere. Pedophiles, they live up on the street.
That's crazy, carnal. You said there's another one? I mean,
yeah, those. I sent you a second video, and it shows.
In the air, they're everywhere. Pedophiles, they live up on the street. Pedophiles, they have nowhere to go. So they're looking for a child that they might meet. So beware of the pedophiles, they live everywhere. Beware of the pedophiles, they might give you a scare. Beware of the pedophiles, if you're a child like me. Beware of the pedophiles, cause they might ask to see your feet.
Pedophiles.
Say again, carnal?
What's one thing that they all have in common?
A lot of them are police and well, they all support MAGA, right? That's for sure.
Well, it's they come from the carcasses.
Right. Well, I mean, that I was gonna say that, but the last one looked like he was Asian. Not.
Oh, the last one. Oh, okay, I didn't see the last.
So that threw me out. All of them look like Edomites. All of them were MAGA supporters. All of them are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
So
and the scripture says that you shall know them by their fruits.
Right.
The scripture says that you shall know them by their fruits, and that's the fruits of America.
Right, sir.
Right. America was built off of grape, rob, and unaliving.
Right. America was built off of criminals.
Exactly. They came with a sword. They came with a sword in hand and the Bible in another.
Right. The words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. Right.
All right, now let's get to this last part.
Yeah.
So of course, everyone, y'all been seeing this all over the news, man, and it's horrible, man. Like, where is that story at? It's absolutely heartbreaking and disturbing. What the fuck is it? I just sent it to Salakia. Give me 1 second. But, I mean, it's been circulating all over the internet, of that poor sister that got unalived while doing her job, That's all she was doing. She was doing a crime commandant of just going to work and accidentally went to the wrong house. And it's like it's just disturbing, man. Like trying to find the words to say, in response is just, there's no words to describe how horrific this is.
In the CBS newsroom, Chanel, what are the updates on the case today? Well, Liz, a big update coming from the county prosecutor of this case today in Indiana. They have now charged the Indiana homeowner, 62-year-old Kurt Anderson. He's been booked and charged with voluntary manslaughter. He is now being held without bail. The prosecutor in this case, Liz, Kent Eastwood, today during that press conference this afternoon.
So, like, sir, if I could, that just looks like an animal. Just look at this. That does not look like a human. You understand? This looks like an animal that just wants to unalive you.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, you ain't lying. Nah.
Acknowledged that Indiana does have some pretty strong protections for self-defense, but also made it a point of mentioning that in his view, those protections don't actually apply here. Listen.
It is vitally important for the citizens of Boone County to understand that our decision today in no way should be interpreted as a challenge to Indiana stand your ground law or a person's right to self-defense. Believe in those laws and will uphold those laws. Based upon the particular evidence and circumstances of this case, we have determined that Kurt Anderson's actions do not fall within the legal protections provided by the Indiana Stand Your Ground law. This case is not about undermining the law, it's about applying the law to the facts of this case, and that is what we intend to prove at trial.
Now, Liz, just to remind you what had happened here, this fatal shooting happened on November 5th in an Indiana suburb. Police say that this husband and wife who worked as house cleaners accidentally showed up to the wrong address. They didn't go into the home. They were standing outside of the home, and that's when shots began to be fired from inside the house. The woman in this case, Maria Florinda Rios Perez, she was killed by the time police arrived. She had already passed away. This is somebody who was a 32-year-old Guatemalan immigrant, a mother of four. And families, Liz, say that she died in her husband's arms after she was fatally shot in the head. Now, today, prosecutors are saying this kind of case is very rare. They also made it a point to say that Anderson has no affiliation with any local police department. This afternoon, we're also getting reaction from Anderson's attorney responding to this news of this voluntary manslaughter charge on social media. I want to show you that statement. Part of it here says, quote, "I look forward to proving in court that his actions were fully justified by the Castle Doctrine provision of Indiana's self-defense law." Remember, I told you about that off the top. That law, he says, allows a person to use reasonable force, including deadly force, if he reasonably believes that such force is...
I look forward to proving in court that his actions were fully justified by the Castle Doctrine. Who said this?
That's his attorney.
His attorney, of course, man.
Is necessary to prevent an unlawful entry into his home. So the big question here in this case that jurors will have to ask themselves, Liz, is was this lethal force necessary in this case? We know that the initial hearing is scheduled for this Friday.
Such a heartbreaking story, Chanel, especially the very gruesome details there. All right, Chanel Call, thank you so much for that.
If somebody give me that clip right there where the generals are talking about it, oh, I think I have it right here. You understand? Before, you know, what did she say at the end? To see if they could justify, like, what justifies that, man? What justifies that?
They're talking about he's trying to use the stand your ground law. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to say that he's pretty much self-defense, defending himself and defending his home. But you gotta put Hispanic lady, you know, knocking on your door with a broom and cleaning supplies. So
what a real threat?
Threat? Where's the threat in that?
Where's the threat in that, sir?
And he shot. I believe he shot through the door and hit her in the head. You know, but like we was talking about earlier, they do that because they know they can get away with it. Like, goddamn, he got manslaughter. Like that, what he did was murder. You know, murdered somebody. He unalived. You know, unalive somebody, and he gave him manslaughter. He
Yeah,
going there's probably gonna give him 10 years, 15, but he'll be out, sooner than that. He'll probably do like 5 years in prison or whatever, and get out for killing somebody.
So I got the tape right here, sir. Salaki, real quick before we take a link from the chat, because this is just like, to think that they would try to find a way to justify this is amazing, right? Like it just shows the lack of compassion this oppressor has, man. Like, how do you justify this, man? And this is, of course, this shout out, this Commander Junior Han and them covered this, right? So it's crazy, but just looking at this, look at this.
Homeowner shoots woman in the head after she tries to unlock his door. Maria Florinda Rios Perez de Velasquez and her husband were scheduled to clean a home in Whitestown, Indiana on November.
And what town? That's the name of the town, Whitestown? Good night, man.
5th.
Somebody goes and turns the doorknob. They kill the woman in the arms of her husband. They murdered that woman. That's a murder case. You are not supposed to be able to shoot anyone that knocks on your damn door.
Indiana homeowner shoots woman in the head after she tries to unlock his door.
Rough one. That's kind of rough to watch.
That's a rough one, man. Yeah, that was rough. That, and then the video of the little girl, man. Like, that's just horrible to watch, man. That's the nature of this oppressor, man. He wants to unalive you. It's in his blood to do that. Y'all understand? Salakia, well, we read the precept, right, where it says he was a murderer from the beginning, but there's another one, right, sir? Is it the perpetual hatred?
Oh yeah, that's Ezekiel 35. There's Ezekiel 35:5.
God, sir. For what is it? Blood have pursued thee, or something like that?
Right. Mm-hmm.
You said Ezekiel 35:5?
It should be Ezekiel 35:5.
Okay, come on. I'm gonna start at verse 33, or at verse 3. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Real quick, right? When it says Mount Seir, that's how you know that this is talking about the so-called white man. This is talking about European Americans when it says Mount Seir, because who has laid cities all over this earth, and who has laid cities that waste everything away, that's left the land wasted and desolate? Just know that's the Lord showing you who Mount Seir is, who this oppressor is, and that he's not with America. He's not with Europe. He's not with the so-called white man. That's why everything they do, they waste everything away and leave everything desolate, man, because they're a desolate people, man. They're a wasted away people. Doesn't Edom mean, Edom means red, right, sir? But Esau means wasted away.
Come.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord. God is showing us who this oppressor is, man. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, right? Perpetual meaning since the beginning, if I got that right. This oppressor has always hated us. Whether you're so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, he's always had a perpetual hatred for you. It has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, man. That sister was in the time of her calamity. That devil killed her with the force of the sword, which was the gun, right? How do you know she was in the time of her calamity? Why do you think she's knocking at the door? Why do you think she had to leave Guatemala to come work? And what was the job? To come clean for this devil, man. Well, not even for that devil, but for another one. She made the mistake of knocking at the wrong door, and this devil thought it necessary for it to be a death penalty offense, man.
Right.
And if I could, go ahead, Malak, go ahead, Salaki.
That's what I said. In the time that their iniquity had an end, right? Well, of course, people like to say, "Oh, how can we hate this oppressor?" Right? God sent him. Yeah, He sent him to be a curse on us for a certain amount of time. They were supposed to stop. This devil has not stopped, man. He's still cruel to us till this day. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood. So all the bloodshed that this oppressor has put on us, this is what God is saying. God is saying that it's in this oppressor's nature to want to unalive you, man. That's what he wanted, an excuse to unalive that woman. Just because he saw that it was a brown woman, just because he saw that it was a Latina, so-called Latina, right? Indigenous woman. Even blood shall pursue thee. Well, he's going to face, basically what God is saying is that justice is going to come on this oppressor for the evil they did. The sister Moran said it, heavy, right? In front of her husband, man. Imagine that. You and your rib go to work, and this devil takes her life right in front of you, man. And you can't do nothing about it. You're left powerless because of this oppressor, man. You can't tell me we're not in hell. You can't tell me that this is not hell. But go ahead.
So like if I could, I just want to go back to what Officer Lahab was saying, like, they're going to charge them with voluntary manslaughter.
Right. That was murder.
Right. And basically that's a legal way of saying, yeah, you unalive someone, but we understand. Meanwhile, our people get life for less than that. We all got cousins, uncles, brothers doing what they call it, football numbers over weed and probation violations.
Right.
But someone can shoot a cleaner through the door and get a plea deal. Right? A woman, doing her job should be able to come home safe and not end up a headline with a time stamp.
Right.
And America will never be safe for Black, Hispanic, and Native American working class because the system itself is unsafe. The violence ain't random. Yeah, everybody's doing things like, oh, like this is a random act. It's not. It's the natural byproduct of this nation that worships guns more than God and fears more than justice. Right. And they're gonna say in this case, in the long line of wrongdoing, wrong house, wrong face, skin, wrong neighborhood killings, the same story and with a new storyline.
Right.
And this woman, she wasn't even breaking in, and she wasn't threatening nobody. She wasn't armed. She had her cleaning supplies with her, didn't she, Malakma?
Right. She had her cleaning supplies,
Right. And all she did was type in the wrong address, or she turned into the wrong driveway.
She turned the wrong doorbell, carnal.
Right. Everybody has done at some point. And in a country built on fear, built on violence, built on shooting first, thinking, her life was considered disposable.
Right.
Americans, when I say Americans, I mean the oppressor.
European
They
Americans
don't value human life anymore.
Right.
right? And what I mean is that they rather go and save a puppy, right? If you go any video of this story on social media, you're gonna see the true spirit of the oppressor in those comments.
Right, Carnal.
You're gonna see how they don't value Black and Hispanic human life. And that's one thing that our people need to recognize. And that's the pattern. Right? That's the one beside, you know, and that right there lets you know that we need to start profiling these animals.
Right.
Because what Malagma brought out, that scripture, right? They're only what was gonna say, Salaki, the bloodshed, right? Malagma, what's the scripture say?
Since thou hast pursued, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. Right. The blood is gonna start to pursue them.
Right.
Because they are a people that love to shed blood. They lied on the Aztecs, they lied on the Mayans, they lied on the Incas, saying that they were sacrificing, you know, humans by the thousands. But that's their nature. And you're going to continue to see the oppressor's nature, right? We don't warn our people that you're gonna start to see the monstrous side of the oppressor. And what you have to do, you're gonna have to separate yourself. Start profiling these damn animals, because all they seek is bloodshed.
Right, now.
You know what? Want to know something else? You know how many other devils want to do that? What that devil did?
Oh yeah,
all of them, sir.
But them devils want to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like what do you have? It's like an adrenaline rush that they have.
An itch.
With unaliving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They get a joy out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why. Oh, go ahead. What say coming down?
So like real quick. So they say that when they come back from, you know, doing their service, while they're like, you know, in the army or what have you, and because they have PTSD,
they're going to unalive people, man.
They're unalive people, and they come back with an itch, and they give them, you know, they put them in the like to work in DHS, ICE, police department, sheriff, just so they could get you know, unalive somebody, so they could feed that trauma. That cycle. Right, yeah, Khan, sir. So it's like they need to unalive, because like especially the ones that are coming from, you know, from war.
Yeah.
So they won't go crazy and just go committing mass shootings. They'll be like, you know what, we're gonna make you a police officer, and you know, once in a while, you know, you want to take a life or what have you. You do some time, bring you back out, but it's just so they could feed their little itch. Or what'd you say, Malakma?
Their itch. Yeah, their itch.
Yeah, their itch of wanting to unalive.
Right, Carnal.
And and you know what? And that's what makes the Christian church so evil. They're trying to join us with these people. Like imagine you join yourself with someone like that.
You think God loves them, Salakia?
Right. You think the Most High love them, but like, man, like that's why you got to make that decision. Like, do you want to be a Christian, or do you want to be with the UPK? Because we're giving you what the Lord told you to do, which is to separate yourself from these people. The church is telling you to join them.
Love them. Give them a hug.
Let's all come together. And you're going to end up with that cat right there. And he's not the only one. There's 1,000 other American or white Americans that are just like that.
Right.
You know, they have a drive to unalive. That's why that video Jeremiah Hyman was showing when white people go hunting and they kill them deers, they get like a joy out of that.
Right.
They get so much joy, they start crying.
Good night.
And the thing is that you're gonna be that deer.
Right.
You know,
we're gonna be
that deer. We're gonna be that deer. We're gonna be that deer that gets unalive, and they're gonna get the joy from that, and they're gonna cry about it from joy, and then talk about it with their families. Like, oh, I got one. You're gonna be that one. You're gonna be that one got and talked about, and like a trophy. Like, oh, I got him. You know what I'm saying? You cannot join yourself with these other people or with these people because you're gonna be their prey. Yeah, you know what? Commander Johannes since 1969 been talking about it, speaking about it, teaching the truth about the Bible, and that's what we need right now. You need the truth, we need to separate ourselves from these people because this is not a joke. You get what I'm saying? And you're seeing we're showing you a video where a woman got unalive. That lady just went to work. Goddamn.
Right, going to work.
Went to work, regular day, hustling. I'm pretty sure that wasn't her only job.
Right.
Just trying to make a living. Went to the wrong house, and that was the end of her life.
Sir.
Because old boy thinks that somebody's breaking into her house, and he needs to defend himself. So he puts a bullet in her head, which doesn't make no sense at all.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, man, you know what? If you want to continue going to church and believing the bullshit that they teach you in there, that's on you. You get what I mean? When I heard the white man was a devil, they just need to tell me that once, and that's it. You know, but some of us gonna learn the other way.
And if I could, sir,
go ahead.
Like that's the propaganda that Trump was pushing, that Hispanics are criminals, they're violent, and what have you. But the media, and what's been going on a daily basis, these events should teach the oppressor that he should be afraid of his own people. He shouldn't be afraid of Hispanics because Hispanics are getting while they are essential workers, taking their kids, doing right things, and the oppressor, you're going to continue to hear about mass shootings. You're going to continue to hear about cities where it's only oppressors unaliving their own, like how it happened with the dude who they made a fountain out of his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Night.
Like he shouldn't even be afraid of Hispanics. He should be like, man, this Hispanic is coming to my home to make it beautiful. This Hispanic's probably on my house to make it nice, because they're not the people that are bringing harm. It's his own people that are bringing harm.
Right.
Go ahead, Malagma.
Not real quick. I was just gonna say, Kanan.
Come.
The first thought, had that been an Israelite family that was in that house, right? The first thought wouldn't have been to unalive her. So, like,
you said the first what thought?
The first thought, had that been an Israelite whose house she was going to accidentally, the first thought in his or her head would not have been to unalive her.
Oh yeah, Khan. But that's the thing, that the oppressors are falling for the propaganda that these politicians are pushing. When what you say, what the scripture says, when they speak of a lie, they speak of their own, and that goes. And I think if you read under, if you continue from the father, your father the devil. I think the next verse says that they speak, when they speak of a lie, they speak of themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Donald Trump, every time he said that we are violent and criminals, and his people believed his lies. And now, you know, they're gonna, that's the one thing that Black and Hispanics need to pay close attention to. That you are going to be a target. You're going to be a shooting target for the oppressor. And you, if anything, right? If anything, you should just don't go to the oppressor's homes.
Right.
You know, the oppressor complains about paying $20 an hour. I remember my slavery, there's an oppressor. She's like, oh, you know, she won't work for me because I don't want to pay her $20. I'm like, damn, she deserves $20 an hour, even more. You know, that just lets you know that the oppressor just wants free labor. On top of that, you know what I'm saying? So that right there, just Black and Hispanics, just know that if you show up on the wrong doorstep, you might not live. That's it.
And that just to segue into our topic tonight, right? The title: Our people are not safe. And as we showed you, right, it's ICE raids and a broken system. We just showed you how the system is broken with all the types of people that become ICE agents, all the types of people that become law enforcement, prosecutors, attorneys, pastors, spiritual leaders. You understand? Right. This system is broken, and this man did not get charged. The man that unalived this poor sister did not get charged with murder. He got charged with, what is it? Voluntary manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Just to lessen the blow, man. But that's why we need to wake up as a people, man, and come back. Well, Commander Junior Hanna brought it out on Black Watch, right? We need to come together within our own, have our own communities where she can come work and she can be safe, man. You understand? Right. We need to come together as a people, man, you know, so that this stops happening, man. But Salaki, sir, I know we're at the top of the hour. Anything you want to bring out, Officer Lahav?
Yeah, man, like, you got to get up out of that church. You got to get up out of that Christianity and religion. Even if you don't go to church, you still have the like that teaching, you know, of Christianity in you, which is, you know, like, you got to stop looking at white people like they're a kind, compassionate people.
Right.
That's what we got to stop doing. Like, you know, oh, he's okay. You know, I've known him since a kid. Like, we need to let all of that go.
Right.
You know? We need to let go of looking at white people as a righteous nation, compassionate people, loving people, and put that away. That got to go.
Right.
That's the goal. And then we need to start fixing the issues that we have with each other, with our own people.
Right, sir.
You don't like that nigga down the street? Hey, you know what? So what? We got to fix that problem. Because you know what? We're all in the hole together. You know, we gotta fix the problem with the brother down the street, whoever, family, whatever. We gotta get ourselves together. Like we was talking about earlier, Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, West Indian, all those problems. And man, we need to fix them, get them out the way, and come together as a nation, as a people.
Right.
You know, because we got a devil on our neck right now that's trying to get rid of us, trying to put us in that cage. Put us in the cage.
Right.
An animal trying to put us in the cage. You know, trying to get our kids. Look, I've done seen, man, more than a couple of videos of them separating the father and mother away from the kid and then taking the kid. Like, goddamn, you don't think that can happen to you? Look, man, I got a son. And that's a horror. That just thinking about it is like, ooh.
Right.
That's a rough one right there. You know what I'm saying? The mother and father getting separated from the child, and then once you're separated, you don't know what happened to your kid. Where did the kid go? Where's your kid at? What happened to him? You know, and then you're getting put inside a cage. It's just, it's a lot to think about, but it's happening to our people. You get what I'm saying? The other day, you had some brother having a seizure in his car.
Right. In the car, man.
They're trying to separate the father and the child. The mother, the father, and the child are in the car. They're trying to separate them.
Seizure.
The kid is crying. The father's having a seizure. Man, like I said, it's too much. Too much, and to think that we're told to join together and love everybody.
Can't hate the model one.
That's not going to work right now. Like, what does the church say about what's going on right now? Pray, or go to church. Like, come on, that can't be the only answer out there. How are you going to go to church and hear that? What are we going to do? Pray for the ICE agents? Pray for the ICE agent and pray for the brothers getting deported? That's not going to work.
Right.
So now, what we do need to do is start with separating ourselves from them. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a slavery. Go to your slavery, get out that slavery, and then go home. Them holidays, we gotta let go of them holidays.
Right.
And like I said, we got the ICPK and the Command behind them. Right here is where we get these problems fixed. Right here is where we stick together. It's what we'll do. We're gonna stick together in the UPK. You know what I mean? You Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, you got a UPK in your city, UPK in your state. You best tap in. Get your family in there. Get your moms, your pops, your sister, brother, whatever, homies, friends. Stop by, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's too much going on for us to be separated. Too much going on for you to be thinking, should I go? Should I not still go? Hell no, man. Stop by. Get in that class. And then hear what's going on. But go ahead. I'm going to pass to the next brother.
Go ahead, Commandant.
If I could, like, we're just trying to tell our brothers and sisters, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that this is the common denominator, that America is built on grape, robbery, and bloodshed. And the Bible warns us about trusting in this kingdom. And the UPK, under Commanding General Hana, we're going to keep bringing these stories out because the news wants to bury them. But the truth is this country is not safe for working people. Right? And when I mean especially Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And until we return to our identity, right, our heritage, which is our laws, our unity, right, our protection, most importantly under the Most High, we're going to continue to see tragedies, right? And we're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're not going to water it down. We're going to bring you the truth raw, because that's what our people deserves.
Right.
All right. And that's it.
All right, man. Well, with that, man, this was another episode of The Inconvenient Truth. Lord allow, we can keep going live Wednesday nights, just like we did back in the day, man. We gonna bring it back. But we gonna go live when we can go live, man. Y'all understand? I mean, whatever is going on out there, we're gonna talk about it. You understand? Especially when it's pertaining to us, man. But stay tuned, Rasa. Please like, share, and subscribe. You understand? Type in your questions. You can email us at theinconvenienttruth1969@gmail.com. We stay tuned. Also, subscribe to our other channels. We got Hollywood Israelites, Eyes Who Became Mexico on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on our social media, on TikTok. Subscribe, man. Subscribe and you know, check out what we're saying, man. Check out what we bring out and see where you stand. You understand? And if this is something you can rock with, contact us, man, and we'll get you the information necessary to, you know, to come to class, to learn the truth, man. This could save your life. You understand? If y'all didn't know anything, know that. You understand that what we teach can literally save your life. But with that, man, this is
real quick.
Another.
Go
ahead, sir.
Let's definitely give a shout out to Olivia Arnold, Regal, it's like the Walker Boys mom, you know, Mariah. I want to say them because they've been rocking with us, you know, for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Most High Christ.
I know we done switched the days on this show more than a couple times, but every single time we get on this, every single time we do our show, they're always on. You know, so big shout out to supporting us, you know, rocking it with us. They're man, it's like probably like 3 or 4 in the morning out there in their zone, and they tune in, they like, and they support us. So you know, the water,
damn right,
the water to the sisters, the water to the brothers, you know, the water who's been rocking with us, you know. But that was it, Black Man.
God, sir. Oh shit! Hey man, she got a shout her out on this one. She said this or CNN out of one.
Most High in Christ.
Damn right, Most High in Christ, sis. Hell yeah, we gonna keep bringing out that news, man. The water to you, sis.
All right.
So with that, man, we'll be back at it again next week, man. Or we might go live in the next coming days. You know, who knows, man? If there's Lord Lock, you know, brother could go live, you know, and talk about what's going on. But whatever, you know, we Lord allow, we won't get to go as live as much as we can to talk about the things that are happening because so much is going on, as y'all see. But with that, man, we'll be back at it again. Have your questions, ask them, your comments, put them in, man. Feel free to contact us, man. The Inconvenient Truth 1969 at gmail.com. But with that, man, that's Shalom Bashim Yahushua Barakatah to the canales, Yahushua Ma'alatah Bashim Yahushua to the mujeres. Órale, raza. Shalom.
Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Un pueblo. No está hablando de los chinos, no está hablando de los árabes, no está hablando de los japoneses, de nosotros. Nosotros somos la gente más odiada en este mundo, más odiada. Y toda la gente de